Hey everyone. I wasn't really planning on going live today. I'm a little tired. I wanted to nap, but I had to bring this up. I don't know if you guys caught Nerdy Addicts. Actually, I'm trying to get his link here. Um, Live from last night. He was actually going live right when I was going to bed. Let me see. I'm trying to freaking paste it into the chat. Paste. There we go. Okay, so let's see, nerdy. Just type nerdy's link. Murdy. Um God, I don't even know where to start. I wanted to go over it. I didn't listen to the phone call. Eva, she actually talks to Ted. I guess there was actually let me look before if he still has it up. I've heard first off, okay, hold on, I gotta back up. So I've heard oh no. Um I've heard rumors about Larry, aka Ted Investigates, his mental health going around. Um, I'm on JLR's page right now. That doesn't look like OJ. I thought OJ was a bigger kid or a bigger cat. I guess JLR the night that that Perez Hilton had his mental breakdown, there was a tweet, and I'm trying to find the tweet right now. See if it's still up. Mm, wait, praying for Ted. He sent this to me earlier this morning. Yep, I was unconscious. I'm taking Zoloft for antidepressants. Thanks so much for your help. Oh, my wife found me because I kept drinking because I got fired from my job. I'm at a really dark place in my life. I really appreciate you being there for me. That's interesting because that name is. I wonder what he has him in his phone as. Sorry, I'm still looking. JLR posts too much shit. Who is this? I don't know who that is. Give me a sec. I'm still looking. I'm not seeing it. Is that Hella? Yeah, that's Hella. What the hell? She's not her. Oh my god. Hold on. I keep as further down his page I go, I keep finding shit and I'm just like face or hand or yeah, hand to the face kind of thing. Like, oh my god. Yeah, I'm not seeing. So okay, anyway, so there was a tweet that was put out allegedly by JLR talking about Ted investigates mental health. Um I don't know if it was the one that I just read about the antidepressant stuff and all this other stuff. Ted's alive, he's not hurt himself, so that's not it. But I wanted to go over Nerdy's live from last night. I want to hear the phone call. I haven't gotten to that part because he does talk a lot. Um, there. How do I want to say this without sounding like a dick? Nerdy, Nerdy's wife reached out to Alex's daughter about the behavior because I guess they're getting the phone calls, texts, all that stuff too, just like White Boy is. And the daughter messaged back. They did not read what was in this message, and frankly, it's none of our businesses. But I'm going to go ahead and assume on my own that Alex is some type of addict, whether it be alcohol or rugs. and he needs the help. He needs to check himself in. And Nerdy even says that, he actually felt for Alex because, Nerdy was an addict and so was Eva. They're clean now. That was in the beginning. Um, I just it's to me, it seems like JLR knows the type of people that he can use as pawns. People to do his dirty work for him. And I believe that's what he's doing with Alex and Ted. Granted, I have my own mental health issues. I went from super bubbly, girly girl to I don't wanna fucking leave my house. I'm not like a hermit or anything. I do leave. But, I went from in 2015, my 2nd child being stillborn at 40 weeks, and then that was in July of 2015. April 2016, my dad passes away suddenly, and then July of 2017, my husband passed away from cancer. So, there's a reason why I'm funny. I have a dark sense of humor because that's what helps me get through shit. We all have our mental health issues. I've got anxiety, depression, and PTSD. But to look at people and allegedly use them because you see them as weak because they have a mental health issue is complete bullshit. And we're gonna get into that. I know I'm talking, I'm rambling. So here, hold on, let me share it. Ugh, let me see here. Okay, I have let me pin it real quick. Okay, I pinned Nerdy's link in the chat. This is from his live last night. But let me back it up just a tad bit more.
Eva reached out to Ted Investigates. He almost immediately called us back. We had a long and lengthy conversation with him. I am hoping it sounded like he wants to do the right thing. He did validate with Eva and I that the messages that I am going to share with you are very real. They're from him. They represent what was going down behind the scenes as JLR was tweeting this out. There's
Okay, pause. So, like I said, the night that Perez Hilton had his mental breakdown, and I pray to God, I love me Perez Hilton. I had to explain to my 17-year-old. I was actually devastated when I found this out. I watched the video. It was on X. And I was really disappointed in Perez Hilton because I'm like explaining to my son because he's like, "What's wrong, mom?" And I was like, "Perez Hilton." I was like, he went live on TikTok and was using an EE and going across his body, and he was covered in some red substance. And I explained to him, I was like, back in like 98, around that era, when I finally got internet in the house and had a computer, I went to his PerezHilton.com page for everything celebrity. I used to be one of those girls. I was into the celebrities, seeing what they're doing, what they're wearing, all that kind of shit. I was like, I went to him for everything. He's the OG influencer. I was like, I love Perez Hilton. And that night that happened, JLR put that tweet out. I don't know if it was the one that I just read off or not. But before this right here, back in 2007, JLR allegedly wrote out a document stating that him and Perez Hilton, he gives his actual real name. I never knew that wasn't his real name, but duh. Um, says that JLR and Perez were gay together, and a whole bunch of stuff. So like everything is kind of coming out that now that Perez did what he did online, everything's like getting pushed to the top, and then yeah.
other people here that are involved that I knew nothing about until this morning. I don't know who Dirty Diana
I've heard of her, but I don't
I
know
now
who she is.
know who she is. I've seen a picture of her. I know what she does. Apparently in the behavioral health business herself, which makes all of this so much more vile. It's absolutely disgusting what I'm reading. And the two messages that I'm going to put up on the screen are two of many. I am hoping that before the next live stream, that Ted comes out and clears the air himself, because it sounds like that is what he wanted to do. The conversation.
I don't know if I can trust Ted. Um, if you go back to my live, I believe it was before this one when Ted was out where all the tornadoes hit, I literally called it. He said he was gonna go live on Wednesday to do, to get, I think her name was Julie, I think. If I'm wrong, somebody put it in the comments. Try to get her GoFundMe money to help pay for her stuff, and he kept saying, "Wednesday, Wednesday, Wednesday, Wednesday." He wasn't live Wednesday. That's why I didn't go live. Like, I don't f I feel like I cannot trust him for the simple fact that when they were out in front of Nancy Guthrie's house, the unprofessionalism, which they're not real journalists, but you still gotta show some respect. The dancing, Alex allegedly smoking the devil's lettuce, just all of that in front of her house shows me that they don't have respect. I have respect, I wouldn't do that, there's no way I would do that. But and then, like, when Ted was on the phone with White Boy, I I can I really wanna hope that okay, I don't wanna hope that Ted has an addiction problem. I don't want that for anybody, but if he does, I really hope that he was under the influence of something because he basically wouldn't answer questions for White Boy. If he did, he, like, went around it kind of thing, like, I just feel like he lies all the time, and I'm worried that Nerdy and Eva are gonna, take his I'm not saying don't take his side, I'm not saying that, I'm just worried that they're gonna jump on the Ted train, and they are going to get hurt because Ted is lying. Like, it's just so much I don't know, like, even with the Texas with Madhu, the Madhu stuff. I'm just like, "Oh my god," like so I'm gonna take everything I don't know if he plays this, I'm sure he does. I I don't know. I don't know if he does or not, but if he does, take everything with a grain of salt.
Conversation that he had with Eva and I tonight clearly indicated that he did not know that this was going to happen, that these tweets were going to come out. People have changed or evolved the story to, well, he was seeking a death of despair, to he was passed out drunk. I think you're going to see from these messages that's not the case. And I hope that the conversation we had, look, this is the same thing with Alex. I have said this before on previous streams. I support any addict who wants to get help. In fact, there was a point where Ted said, look, alcohol is a major contributing factor to my behavior, right?
Okay, well, I'm assuming that, Ted I was gonna go say Alex then JLR, but Ted admitted that he has a drinking problem, which they always tell you that's the first step of admitting it. Nerdy is in recovery from alcoholism. He's alcoholic. He'll tell you that. And I forgot where I was going. Oh, um, that would explain the Ted's behavior. I know when I'm drunk, I am the most lovable person ever. I love everybody. I'm that person.
I sort of said, look, Ted, I did drive-bys on you, right? Essentially, we found out who he was. We found out his real name. I did a live stream, and we didn't really stay there, right? We moved on quickly. And then when other stuff came up, we would mention him on a stream, but we never really stayed there. The thing that really pissed me off and what made me want to figure out who Ted was his behavior in Las Vegas. I've said this on previous streams. Look, my name is very different than a lot of people in the chat, right? I grew up with people bullying me or trying to use my name as a way to bully me. And I do not like when people gang up on an individual that wasn't bothering anyone. And that's what we saw in Vegas, right? We saw JLR go attack Dolly, claim that Dolly was stalking him, even though on video, JLR going down that escalator says, we still got more people, right? Indicating that
Mhm.
they had more people that they were going to do this to. And when I saw Ted jump in, it made my blood boil.
It sounds like Ted is a follower. Like, Ted and Alex, they see JLR as, like, a leader, like, I'm certain even if it was in passing, Alex and Ted know about JLR's past. JLR's been open about it. He's wrote a book about it. I wanted to read it, but then the whole Magnolia stuff happened, and I was like, "Nope, not doing it." But it just makes you wonder, like, does JLR seek these kinds of people out? People with the mental health issues, the followers, like, he knows they're gonna follow him. You know what I mean? Like, you have a leader and follower kinda thing. Like, does he seek these people out? Because it seems almost I don't wanna say everywhere he goes when he, like, goes, boots on the ground, that he makes friends with somebody, and then we're on here reviewing these people. It's happening to Nancy with Alex, Ted, Mark the Shark, 857. I wanna say there's another one, but I'm not sure. But it just makes you wonder, does he seek these people out because he knows he can use them? And if this is true, why? You clearly see they have mental health issues or addiction issues. Why are you making their mental health worse? Why would you do that to somebody? Does that I hope that makes sense.
Period. I don't like bullies. Uh, I think in life, if you want to have words with someone, and even if you want to fight, have a fair one. I've always said that. Like, have a fair one. If you want to go one on one with someone,
Yes, I have always told everybody all my life, if you have an issue with something I said or did, come to me. Say, "Hey, Mick, you said this or you did this. I didn't like this or it upset me." And I'm like, "Okay, I'm sorry." I can actually have a legit conversation with somebody. But people just I mean, maybe I just find the wrong friends. I don't know. But literally maybe 1 or 2 people my entire life has came to me and said, "Hey, I have an issue with this that you're doing." Nobody does that anymore, and conversations need to be had so that bullshit doesn't happen.
both of you guys agree, God bless, do it. But two people ganging up on one people to me is an injustice. It's bullying and it made my blood boil. And that's what made us try to identify who Ted Investigates really was. And I said that to Ted tonight. And Ted responded, well, that's not the way I grew up either. Right? I used to be the kid that stood up to the bullies. Right? And he said, alcohol has been making me not act right. And with that, a lot like here's the thing with substance use and abuse, mostly abuse. We say this in our meetings, and I think anyone in here who's an addict knows that desperation is usually the catalyst for change. Nobody walks into an AA meeting high on life, right? You didn't just get a promotion and things are going awesome at home with your wife and your kids, and you just choose up and go to an AA meeting for the first time. It's usually from a place of desperation.
But you want
I was just getting ready to pause it. Let me play this. Desperation, rock bottom, knowing that they need to change. I'll admit, um, I was an alcoholic. I've been sober since oh my god, it'll be 20 years this year. Since 2006. I have been sober. I finally there was an intervention. One of my friends said, "Hey, I need to talk to you." I'm like, "All right." He's like, "Look, you literally have been sick." I was horribly sick. I could not kick, this cold or whatever the hell it was that I had. He's like, "You have had this for 3 weeks." And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "It sucks." While I'm coughing up a lung. He's like, "You need to stop the fucking drinking." He's like, "You need to go to the doctor, maybe get an antibiotic or something." And that was he literally talked to me, and still to this day, every time I see him, I'm just like, "Love you, man." He's like, "Love you too." He saved me. He really did. And it's things for addicts need to finally I wanna say finally hit rock bottom, but we know a lot of the rug users who live on the streets, they hit rock bottom and they don't realize it. It's just I don't even know how I wanna say it. They need something to open their eyes is what they do, and that's what happened with me. My eyes got open, went I literally quit cold turkey, it was the worst thing in my life, but I did it. So, you just gotta get something to open your eyes and see what the hell is going on and what you're doing and be like, "Deuces to the old you," and start a new you. Oh, shit, I forgot I had it muted. My
Nothing
bad.
else is going to change around you with no control about it, right? The things that you should care about, work, your family, your
Yes.
parents, your kids, your wife, the things that are important will be lost if you don't have this moment of change.
He's
That's my
100%
belief.
right.
And that's much of the conversation that we had with Ted. I hope that he does get sober. I don't think that, at least for me, like I've never had a conversation with anyone and was like, yep, I need to get sober. There's a sequence of events that usually trigger an attempt at recovery. And I don't think that it's going to happen overnight for him, but I certainly hope it happens before, like many before him have lost everything. I hope that it happens before he loses everything. Because the people that are here in this chat, the people that are here on X, I don't think a lot of us will be talking in 5 years, right? We're going to move on to other cases, other topics. And the same applies for Ted. But what will be staring at him in 5 years is a son who wants a sober and clear-headed father.
Oh, shit.
And I know
My
that
bad.
from my own experience.
Oh.
So I hope Ted heard it. I hope Ted does come clean. I hope that the other people here who are involved, who are in behavioral health, I hope they have a come to Jesus and realize that they're being manipulated.
Mhm,
And this
100%
is
they are.
not, this is like one of the grossest topics you can manipulate people with, like pulling at people's heartstrings about a death of despair right after you see a behavioral health breakdown spreading across X on TV with Perez Hilton.
Let's see here, are all of the creators having mental a lot of them do. Um, I'm not saying that's what Ted's having at all because I don't know, but it seems like a lot of people my dog's whining. It seems like a lot of people are having mental health issues right now, and it's just I don't know, it's sad. What, Pugsley?
Is absolutely vile. It's absolutely vile. This is the message, one of two messages I'm sharing tonight. The text in white is Ted. The text in blue is Dirty Diana. DD. And it starts with Ted saying, I already let him know, and him is JLR. I said I told people I was fine because I didn't know what was going on. Now, keep in mind, he's texting. You see the time up there, 2:13 a.m. Wow, this is all unfolding. He's well. He's fine. Keep in mind that anyone here that's ever been checked into a hospital during a behavioral health crisis does not have access to their phone, nor their belt, nor their shoestrings. Those are things that are taken away when you check into a hospital for something like this, okay? So the notion that he's retweeting while JLR is saying, "Oh,
Touch some grass, Judy. Touch some
he's
grass."
having, he's going through a death of despair." He's no.
Hold on, real quick.
When-
Let me go back here. I wish I knew. Is there dates on this one? There's no dates on the screenshot. So I'm gonna go ahead. Let me see. Let me get it real quick. I gotta scroll all the way back up. Like I said, JLR posts a lot. Let me add it in here real quick. Okay, so this is 21 hours ago. So those text messages, I believe, were more than 21 hours ago. But it says praying for Ted. He sent this to me early this morning and gave me permission to share. We are there for him. I don't know if this is Ted. Why is it a G? What name do you have him as in your phone? Okay, but yep, I was unconscious and I'm taking Zoloft for antidepressants. Thanks so much for your help. Oh, my wife found me because I kept drinking because I got fired from my job. I'm at a really dark place in my life. I really appreciate you being there for me. So, sounds like at some point Ted hit a rock bottom with his losing his job. Supposedly it's because of all the harassment. I don't know. And if you're calling somebody's job to try to get them fired, you're a piece of shit because their job has nothing to do with how they act outside of work. Now, if they're doing this to you while they are at their job and on the clock, then yes, most definitely call their job. But like I said, I'm not a Ted fan, I'm not an Alex fan, but let's just keep going.
When you get to a hospital, they take away your shoestrings, your belt, your phone. And for me in Connecticut, when I checked in, I got to a low point in my life and I knew I needed help. I didn't have access to my phone or Kindle for 2 weeks. For my entire stay there, they didn't give me access to my phone. So I don't know who they were trying to fool, but they're not fooling me. And I didn't say anything on the subject. I spoke about behavioral health on X because I wanted to get to the bottom of this. Ted says, I already let him know. I said I told people I was fine because I didn't know what was going on. So I guess moving forward, don't say anything. And Dirty Diana replies, yep, I am. Alex wants to know, what does he say? Because the chat's asking for a TW update, a TED update, I believe she meant. TED, yes. She corrects the record underneath that, TED. So remember, this is the stream that Alex has made private or removed because he had gone live after JLR's tweet. And people in the chat and Alex had indicated that Ted is fine. I spoke to Ted. Ted is fine. Ted goes on to say, I know, I'm watching it right now. I guess maybe no update. You're not sure, or just have him reach out to JLR.
Question. Why is Ted telling people to reach out to JLR? I get it. He's probably telling JLR what's going on. But shouldn't Ted be telling his wife what's going on? Like, if this was me and I was in this position, I would not be saying, hey, reach out to my friend Londa. No, I'm not going to know. I would tell her everything after I got out of wherever I'm at. I don't even, I'm assuming he's in some mental facility or something. But if he is, then how does he got a phone? But I would not be telling them to reach out to a friend. I'd be like, oh, reach out to the husband. Husband knows what's going on. And he's got a list of names who he can tell stuff to. I'm not gonna, everybody's gonna be wanting to know, hey, what's going on with Nick? Like, no.
Now, I'm gonna suspect that Ted was probably intoxicated when this was going down. It's clear that he had no idea that JLR was going to do this. So I wanna take that off the table right now. That this was not orchestrated by Ted. This was orchestrated by JLR and then Ted learning after the fact that it was done. Now, what Ted chooses to do after that is, okay, I'm going to go along with it, right? And so do other people. It says, I know I'm watching right now. I guess maybe no update. You're not sure. Just have him reach out to JLR. Just know all of our close friends are texting me now, so I'm just ignoring them. And this is a woman who's in behavioral health championing this, saying, laugh out loud. Laugh out loud. Ted says, laugh out loud. And she goes on to say, people want answers. The next one says, yeah, he keeps posting. They're going to believe him. This is Ted talking. This is just doesn't make any sense. Like, I wish I got the heads up. Like, I wish I got the heads up. If Ted was going through something behaviorally, he wouldn't need a heads up. He would have already communicated it out to JLR. So JLR decided, I'm going to use this. I'm going to tweet this out. I know that Ted is a yes boy. He's a yes man, and he's just going to go along with it, right? I'm going to tweet this out. And what is the purpose, right? People were like on X, they're like, is he going to start a GoFundMe? Like what? No, JLR wants to use this to have people go report Hella's YouTube channel. Can you imagine creating?
Okay, so sidebar, so those shorts that I've been posting, there's an app that, like, you post for these people and you get paid per post. So I was like, "Huh, that's what I'm gonna try and do." I try to throw one of my dog in there every now and then so people don't get bored. But yeah, it's called the Noise app. So and a lot of them do get you thinking, you know what I mean?
A scam like this where Ted is clearly saying, I wish I got the heads up. I wish somebody had told me about this scam. Can you imagine going through all of this so you can have your little cult go report someone's YouTube channel? And why do you want to report their YouTube channel, JLR? Because they're talking about you, right? Alex went quiet. All of a sudden,
That is another thing that irks me about YouTube. I've been on YouTube for years. From, like, not this one, 'cause I think I started this one in, like, when I lived back in, like, 2012 or something. But, like, I've been on YouTube since, like, the early 2000s. Well, oops, excuse me here. Excuse me, ooh. But, like, I've watched a lot of creators, and I, for myself, am choosing not to get close to any creators. Yes, there are some I'm like, "Hey, you need to take a look at this." Um, I've only actually and I'm very transparent. I've only had one, one conversation with a creator now because he was brought to the limelight on somebody's channel about some things. Um, I have okay, I'm take that back now. One conversation with him. I believe it was 2 conversations on 2 separate things. And if I wanted, I could screenshot it all and send it to a certain creator, and this person would destroy him. But I'm not going to. I'm not the type to talk and tell. So, I just choose not to get close to creators. I don't give them my phone number. I'm not in Discord with any of them. I have emailed one creator on here. I love her. A couple times about some things, but it was for her lawsuit she had. And she told me that one of the screenshots that I had sent her, um, basically won her case. Won her case for it. I'm like, yeah, but you just don't do that. You don't get close to other creators on here because then they're gonna turn around and they can backstab you. There's been so many creators that have became really good friends and then boom in a blink of an eye. You don't see the second person up on the first creators panel anymore. And you're like, where the hell is so and so? Like, why haven't I seen so and so? You don't want to question it because then the original creator is gonna get mad at you. And you just let it go. And then eventually within like a couple weeks or whatever, somebody makes a comment about the second creator. And then the first one's like, oh yeah, fuck her. And I'm like, okay. So they had a falling out, whatever. Shit just gets posted like this, like these screenshots of this text messaging. Like this dirty Diana, whoever I know who somebody has posted on their ex. I just seen it on their ex of what she looks like. She is definitely a mental health professional. But like shit like this gets leaked out. So just don't do it.
Focus is on you. You got court dates coming up. The focus is on you. So you
Oh, okay. So Judy, I made him his own YouTube channel. He has his own Facebook and TikTok. So he's got his own social media.
concocted a fucking plan to say that Ted was experiencing suicidal thoughts so you could have people mass report a YouTube channel.
That's not okay. No.
Dirty Diana goes on to say, fuck, for real? People
I want to say, but I know it's frowned upon. If somebody's having suicidal thoughts and they stress it out on a live, they need help. You need to try to figure out how to help them. But then it's more of if you call their local law enforcement and say, "Hey, so and so just said they're having suicidal thoughts on their YouTube live." You're gonna there it's a damned if you do and a damned if you don't kind of situation. If you don't say anything, they could actually end up unaliving themselves. And if you do say, "Hey, so and so is doing this" to their local LE, and it gets back that it was you've got all their fangirls coming after you. And that's like stress on your mental health. So it's like, what the fuck do you do?
are going nuts. Ted says, he just said, we got her to go with the flow. He just texted me again, laugh out loud. She says, okay. So it's a bigger plan to take down Hella, I guess. Ted says, I guess I wish I would have known in advance, laughing my ass off. She says, damn it, for real? Ted says, the suicide angle. I don't know what the blowback's going to be for me. I'm fucked.
Wait, let me see here. So it's a bigger plan to take down Hella, I guess. I guess I wish I would have known in advance. Maybe it sounded like Ted was out of the loop about the Hella stuff. I like Hella. I like her and Dolly. Diana, whatever her name is. Damn it, for real. The self-delete angle. I don't know what the blowback's gonna be for me. I'm fucked. So it was this just like a let's just say I'm gonna self-delete and get attention? Because that's the way I'm taking it. Maybe I'm wrong. And I hope I'm wrong. Well, I don't know. With the self-delete, you know what I mean.
Dirty Diana says, yeah. And Ted says, no, my phone keeps ringing. I guess whatever. This is one of the grossest fucking sequence that I have ever seen since joining social media.
Did I miss something? Can somebody explain to me what the hell is going on? They text like these little 13-year-olds do now. They leave complete everything out. Like, is it Ted saying that he's going to self-delete for attention? Am I wrong? Somebody please explain to me. Am I wrong? Like, I feel like I've missed a whole bunch of shit.
This is so fucking vile for someone to come up with this plan. They're going to bury Ted with this plan. They want him to go along with it. Obviously, he was never told. JLR just, I don't know if he had a psychotic break watching Perez Hilton and decided, you know what? If I can get people to feel bad for Ted, I can then get them to go mass report Hella because I'm going to blame Hella
Ooh.
for Ted's episode.
That makes perfect sense. There are people on here that will do shit like that to get people to self-delete or to mass report, and they lose their channel. There was Burnt Toast on here. Love Burnt Toast. She's on, I believe, Kick or no, she's on Rumble. She's on Rumble. If you have Rumble, go look her up, Burnt Toast. Love her so much. There was somebody, I'm not gonna name any names, but I'm sure some of you know, got a whole bunch of people to mass report her channel. And she's got like her little okay, her avatar is a piece of burnt toast is what it is. But then she has like a little like one of those big blue like dumpster, bins like you see at like grocery stores and stuff like that. And it's got a little fire coming out of the top. A dumpster fire. That's what it is. And she had played it, I think it was, and people reported her channel and it got taken down because of the dumpster fire thing. I don't fucking something along those lines. But that's what people will do. They'll mass report your shit.
This is fucking mind-blowing to me. This is mind-blowing to me that people actually support this. And not only support it, you guys let it go on.
I got something to play for you guys real quick. So I had posted this on X. This reminded me of people. Oh wait, shoot. I might have to go into my chats here. Let me see, where's it at? Oh, I didn't even know he messaged back. Let me see, gotcha. I figured as much. Can I use? Yes. Hold on. Send my link so I can credit you correctly. Oh, hi. Okay, hold on. I gotta do this message real quick. If you guys follow a certain creator, you're gonna see this on. I believe he's going live tonight. Let me see here. Hold on. I gotta send him the link. I'm not gonna say who it is. Let me get his. I can't believe freaking whatchamacallit didn't even tell me. How do I? Wait, what am I going to? Wow. Oh, wrong. Oh my god, I'm supposed to be going to mine, not his. Oh my god, it's already today's Friday too. So give me a second, guys. Hold on. Let me see. Was it here? Hold on. Let me see here. Hold on a second. I think it's right here. Okay, timestamp 107. Copy. Where's my X? Yes, you can. Yes, I just seen this. Timestamp 107. Whoops. Let me see. Paste. Ugh, I feel bad. It's been like a day. His message has been sitting there. Okay, so anyways. Okay, hold on. All right. I'm good. Okay, I wanted to share this. On my last live, I was bored, and then I was like, "Oh, Ted's out doing he's like boots on the ground for the tornadoes and stuff." And I had caught something. And I'm like, "You gotta be kidding me. This is if any of Ted's fangirls are in here that follow him because of the Bible, your Bibles are about to be shooketh." Right.
Here, wait. I can't see if people are rating me. 1 second.
Hold on.
Jesus Christ, I can't see.
Oh, he said it right there. Jesus Christ. Ted. Real quick, about a minute before that, he said, "Holy shit." I was like, "What?" My son. Hold on. Come here. Calling Ted. You just said Jesus Christ. That is something bad to say when you're pushing the Bible all the damn time and reading scriptures from the Bible, you don't just randomly say Jesus Christ if you're an actual true religious person. Caught it. Caught it. That's Ted. That's him for you. You gotta pay attention though of like what he's saying. Which one is it? Is it this one? You gotta pay attention to what he says. But yeah, I had caught that and I sent it to a streamer, which I think he's gonna use it. I just let him know that he could use it. Let me make sure I'll have to keep that open. But yeah, that's your lovable Ted for you.
For multiple days. Now, I've been told in the messages that I've read that Alex, like him or not, that there was no chance in hell that he would go along with something like this, which is why I believe he's gone silent. Because JLR knows that Alex is not a yes man. Right?
Mhm.
But he knew that he could manipulate Ted. He knew Ted was at a low enough place in his life. And here's the
This is what I was talking about earlier with JLR knowing that Alex and Ted do have mental health issues, which we all have a little bit of some tiz in there. My son's behind me laughing. But this is what I was saying with JLR knowing that these guys are under the influence of something and he can take advantage of them.
thing. And I said this to Ted earlier on the phone with Eva. I do believe Ted is going through it. I do believe Ted is in a bad spot right now and depressed. Can you imagine losing your job, having to tell your wife, having all these people contact your wife with messages that you were sending to women? So I truly believe that Ted is in a bad spot. But you can clearly see that he's responding during this exchange. He's using terminology like laughing my ass off. They're both laughing at one point. In fact, on the previous message, she says laugh out loud and he says laugh out loud back. So I do believe that he is going through something right now, but in no way was he seeking a death of despair. And the only reason that I can see through the data and through the messages is that JLR put together and devised this entire plan so that he could target people on YouTube who were talking ill of him, who were criticizing him, who weren't supposed.
I mean, it does make complete sense if you follow JLR and know what he's done. He likes to do things behind the scene. I mean, I just did something behind the scene, but I told you guys if you guys are gonna watch a certain creator tonight, I'm not saying the name, you'll probably more likely see the video I just showed. But I'm open. I don't care. It's the fact that everything that's done behind the scenes on YouTube pisses me off. I don't why? Why do you gotta go over to creator B and be like, "Hey, let's say creator C." I had to do my ABCs for a minute. I'm tired. Okay, so creator C is having a mental health issue and wants to self-delete. Let's just go and say that. So then all of the fangirls will flock to his channel or flock to creator B's channel. And there's a lot they can dog whistle. I have caught it. I didn't really catch it when I first started out on here, but there are certain words to use to dog whistle the fangirls. I'm trying to think of a good example here. Um, okay, example. So let's say I get a hateful message from Alex about this live. Okay. My next live, I mean, I only got 3 of you guys in here, but it's all good. Love you guys. Heart. I'm actually doing the heart hand right now. My son just said, yeah, yeah. Um, So I say, "Yo, I woke up and I had a message on X from Alex, and this is what it said." And it was like the most hateful things you guys have ever read. And I showed it on the screen. That's a dog whistle. Because then let's Judy, I'm gonna use you example, hun. Judy's like, "Oh hell no. Ain't nobody gonna talk to my Mick like that." She goes over and jumps in Alex's chat and is like, "Hey, why did you send Mick this message? That was a horrible thing for you to do." Da da da. That's my fangirls or fanboys, whoever's all in this chat, are going to his live and being a dick to him. I mean, you can kinda say that Nerdy is doing the dog whistle right now with these screenshots because he said who it was. And in return, the with how do I wanna put this? With what Diana said on her messages to Ted, he don't even gotta say her name, but her name would probably be on the screen somewhere, and it would incite people to not like her. Like, I don't know, and I already don't like her. For the simple fact I mean, it's like a it's kinda like a mind fucked a little bit, but it's like a dog whistle. And then there's, even if I didn't show you screenshots, I could just be like, "Hey, guys, I woke up, I had these horrible messages from Alex. He said this, this, and this." And then you guys will automatically, boom, instantly hate him. It's you just gotta pay attention, and I don't wanna say analyze every word that creators say, but you've gotta pay close attention to what they say and how they say it. 'Cause a lot of people are really good on here, like, they are good at what they do. JLR is really good. He has dog whistles, like, every ten seconds on his.
Supportive of him, which is absolutely disgusting. Now, I have a lot more messages, and I know that the trolls are listening. And Dirty Diana, how you can know that I see more messages because you said shh, didn't you? You said shh. And you added an extra G in it, in that statement. I am hoping that I don't have to release all of these messages.
There's
I
another
am truly praying.
like, Nerdy, if you listen to this, dude, don't release them. Don't release them unless they involve you, um, Eva, or the kids. I would not release them for the simple fact that this stuff went on behind the scenes, and you're gonna end up once again, or not once again, but dog whistling. I wouldn't release them. That's just who I am. But it's kind of a good example of what creators do behind the scene. Not saying Nerdy is bad in any way, and he's not. From what I've seen, I've been following him on X, I follow him on YouTube. Like, I don't think he's a bad person. And I'm actually really proud of him and Eva for not constantly, but they always talk about being sober. And I know people are tired of hearing about it, but they are proud. And I am proud of them for being sober. So let them talk about that stuff. But like, just don't release the things that are from behind the scenes because that's a dick move.
In my heart that Ted does what's right. I am hoping and praying that Dirty Diana does what's right because neither one of you certainly did what was right in the moment. You guys learned that you guys were being manipulated. And at one point, Dirty Diana says and references JLR as a cult leader. I'm just going to follow what my cult leader is telling me to do. I don't know what's.
Oh, okay. Now I kind of want to see these text messages. We're going back to talk about JLR being the leader and having his followers. Wow. The nosiest, or not the nosiest, the nosy ass in me wants to see these messages, wants to see them. But then the person who has empathy and doesn't want to see backlash on people is like, no, don't release them. So, like, damn, I feel like I'm caught.
Going on here, what the master plan is, right? But I'm just going to fall in line. I'm going to do what he says.
Ugh.
That is fucking vile.
Oh my God.
And I hope that I don't have to fucking show people the other vile messages that were sent during this. I'm really hoping that I fucking don't.
Okay, for one, Nerdy's getting pissed because he's using the cuss words. Two, JLR always says JLR Army? Nah, 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 right here. These two. And then maybe Diana. God knows who else is working on behind the scenes because Nerdy did say that, okay, this was yesterday, so it would have been yesterday morning, that he found out there's other people that are within this situation. It's just, oh my God. This is why I say don't get close to your creators. Don't do it.
Now, Ted has made his account private as of tonight. And I also recognize that I'm in no place to put a timeline
Let me look on X.
on someone having integrity. But it seems like Ted is already having his aha moment. Eva's in the chat. She can comment on the conversation, which was very long. And it sounds like he's on.
I was trying to pause it on screen. Hold on. It is. It's private. I was following them. Wait, a follow request has been sent to Ted Investigates and pending or their approval. What? I was already following him. Cause I was nosy. Wow. Okay.
On the brink of it. In fact, he said, I just need an hour. I need an hour to hear to process this all. But I think I'm going to do what's right. Doing what's right and having integrity doesn't always work on everyone else's timeline. I know that people are very worried about this. I know that Dirty Diana is very worried about this and how it looks on her. And I said this on X earlier, integrity does not expire. It's not milk, right? Just because you had no integrity yesterday or the day before doesn't mean that you can't have integrity today. Now, JLR is obviously watching what I tweet because after I started releasing tidbits, and I didn't even have to release these screenshots, just the text and words, they went back and they saw that it was verbatim what they were typing and texting. He put out a message, said, hey, I just spoke to Ted, and I don't believe that message is real. I don't believe that message was sent from Ted, nor do other people. Neither does Dirty Diana.
Wait.
I'm willing to bet.
Is he talking about the one that I just showed? The one that I was questioning, what name do you have him in your phone as? I wonder if that was it, because that just doesn't seem right.
That Dirty Diana knows that that message that was sent is fake. That JLR texted himself, and that message is not truly from Ted. Give me 1 second because Eva's coming in to show me something. I don't know
Which one?
what it is. Hold on 1 second, guys.
Oh, I'm on my way back. I'm on my way back to JLR's.
Okay. Well, that is what we have for tonight. Alex has started up on his bullshit again.
Oh, no.
Very excited. Long thread of text messages to read from Alex. Alex, I'm glad you tuned in tonight. And as I said earlier, I truly hope that you seek help. I actually hope perhaps you do the right thing, right? Not just Dirty Diana or Ted. I hope you realize that you are being manipulated by using someone's behavioral health fake crisis to take down channels.
Okay, behavior health fake crisis. There is, where did I see it at? Oh, this goes into what? Okay. JLR literally just posted this. This is real time, people. Okay, so remember in the beginning when I started this live, Nerdy showed a picture of the phone. It was Ted Investigates. Him and Eva had a long conversation. Okay, Ted posted this. I just got manipulated by Nerdy. He tried to get me to say something that wasn't true, and then he recorded me when I'm going through a mental health crisis. Okay, pause. The screenshots from the text messages that Nerdy was showing is pretty much saying that it's all fake. That was between Ted and Diana, okay? Now, unpause here. I just got taken advantage of, and they reached out to me originally to bother me, and they knew I was at my worst. Oh, yeah, this is okay. So this right here is a good example. Let me see. This sentence. I just got taken advantage of, and they reached out to me originally to bother me, and they know I was at my worst. That is a dog whistle. That right there is a dog whistle for people. I want to tell all the teddies I love you. My son's laughing behind me. And you probably won't see me again. Okay, is Ted, are you having a mental health crisis or is this actually just for attention? I would really like to know. We would all like to know. I need to take a mental health break and mental health break. The abuse I've gotten from Nerdy and Hella and Dolly is terrible. Triple dog whistle right there. Triple dog whistle. Okay, ooh, look at you being fancy with that. My counselor said I'm not mentally all there. I need to take medication and a hypnosis treatment. I'm sorry, it's just too much. I just am a fun loving, peaceful guy. I love everyone. I'll try to update you soon, but I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I just got scammed. Hmm. So yeah, take that all. So what you know with the text thread that Nerdy just showed, and then this, literally Ted posted it what 43 minutes ago and it's edited. Can we see the edited? Let me see. He needs to stop texting and posting to seek help. No one of us can give him what he needs. It's harsh, but it's a serious matter. Okay, fangirl. And just remember, Ted, you're a loved fangirl. Text him and ask him for his home address or where he is. He needs his friend. These are all fangirls. Fangirl. The chaos and the attention seeking of this situation is fueling his mental health. He needs reformation. Is that what that is? That somebody cares about him in a funny internet. Let me see. He should not have access to his socials. It's creating him harm. Time to go radio silence. Your trolls are feeding on this attention. Take all the time you need. Mental health is no laughing matter. And it's not. It's really not. This person's right here. Mental health is no laughing matter. Let me see. Why isn't he blocking on his phone or his ex like yesterday? People who are blah blah blah. Please don't post anymore. They'll only twist it like this. This is so sad. We all know who is responsible if something happens to Ted. We we all know who is responsible if something bad happens to Ted. This would ramp up charges for these despicable monsters. There's nobody seriously harassing him or his life. I can tell you that right now. And it sure as hell is not Hella and Dolly. It's not them. I can tell you that right now because I watch her. Need to get him help, JLR. Call a welfare check or 911. JLR won't do that. I can tell you that right now. If you actually know the true JLR, he will not do that. Between you and him. I think you should stop posting everything that he is saying. Let it be between you and him. JLR's not like that. He is getting his ex is getting attention. And I think he gets paid for X. I think. I'm not sure. But the more people who interact with this post, the more money it's already got 2K views. So, but it's gonna have a lot more by the end of tonight. We love you. You are not alone. Wow, Johnny. Okay, hold on. Let me read the rest of this, and I'll explain Johnny Choo Choo. Wow, Johnny Choo Choo, you are great at manipulation. I'm impressed. Okay. So backstory. So in the beginning of Nerdy's, let me come back over here. So in the beginning of Nerdy's live, there is I think it's a 3-page handwritten by JLR. Okay, it looks like. Actually, you know what? I'll just show you guys real quick. Let me see. Make this one big. Okay, so let me go back a little bit here. Okay, that's not it. Okay, here it is. Okay, so it's this. It's literally handwritten. It says complaint or whatever, internet stalking. And it's literally hold on, let me go through a little bit. Okay, so then that's still the first page. You can see it's handwritten. There's the second page right here. I think it's 3 pages at some point. It might be 3 pages. I may have skipped one. But it's all handwritten. You have to, if you want to see this, go back and watch Nerdy's live. Yeah. But yeah, it's all written by JLR. Perez Hilton gives his his government name. Okay, so in this is back from 2007. So long story short, JLR says that um JLR and Perez Hilton met in like a Colorado like gay website or something like that. I don't know. I don't swing that way. So, but every week or 1 weekend, I believe it was 1 weekend a month, JLR was flying from Florida out to Colorado. Spend the whole weekend there with Perez, doing um how do I say this? Because my son's behind me. He's almost 18, so I'm sure he's gonna know what I'm gonna say. But they were having adult time together, okay? Then JLR said that he was using stolen credit cards to pay for toys, for clothes, jewelry for Perez Hilton, all kinds of stuff. And he even said Perez Hilton had a nickname for him, and it was Johnny Choo Choo. The adult in the room, I'm going to let you figure out how he got the name Johnny Choo Choo. It doesn't actually state it, but choo choo and through the tunnel. That's the only way I can put it. Okay. So I lost, hold on. I freaking lost the, okay, there we go. So, but that's where the name Johnny Choo Choo over here comes from. Did Misty bail? Yeah, where's Misty at? We haven't heard anything about Misty in a while. But yeah. There's that. Wait, I'm already on his page. You guys can see that, right? Okay. Let's see. I removed the video of Ted. Friends said it shouldn't be shared. Ted says he is being harassed and threatened again. He just got swatted 16 minutes ago. What's this? We're watching this in real time, y'all. Real freaking time. Okay. So, this is what I'm talking about. You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't call freaking 911 on a welfare check. Somebody probably called for a mental health check on Ted, if this is even Ted. He says I've been calling family and harassment on burner phones all morning. Who has a lot of burner phones? I'll give you one guess right here. Oh my god, y'all. Oh wow. Okay, 30 minutes ago. Help Ted. He claims they are threatening and harassing him again. He's been texting me nonstop in the last few hours, showing me crazy messages. He's suicidal again. I don't know his family. Any way to help? Boom! Right there. Right there. He is asking any way to help. How can he help him? And then all of a sudden, cops show up to Ted's door. He didn't get swatted. JLR put out the freaking dog whistle, and people were calling for mental health. God. Y'all, man, I gotta go to the bathroom. I've been holding it. Yeah. So if this situation right here is because of JLR. See, that was 30 minutes, 20 minutes. Yeah. Ooh, 57 minutes ago. Ted needs help fast. He's been texting me all morning. He's sharing messages with me, claiming they are preying on his vulnerable state. Oh my God. I got so much to say about that and this person right here. Trying not to catch a lawsuit. Okay, let me see. Trying to manipulate him to turn on me to get a storyline for content. No. No, it's people are calling shit out. That's what that is. This is sick, pure evil. Ted says they are recording and blackmailing him by saying they won't harass him anymore if he joins the other side and turns on me. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my God. And turns on me and Alex. Ted is still suicidal and is now talking about vanishing. He won't reveal his location to me. God help. Okay, so, huh? Wait a minute. Let me see. Is this? I hear you. Unfortunately, I can't be. Is this? Hold on. Keep in mind with that. Hold on. Where's that other one at? Ah, right here. Was this actually Ted? Because look how different this looks right here. The G. What is this? What name is this, okay? If that's Ted texting him, and then we have this screenshot, that's not orange. That's like a actual picture. Oh, it's on fucking Twitter. Damn it. Damn it, they're on Twitter talking. Never mind. Never mind. I thought I had some, guys. Let me see here. I'll do whatever you need me to do to bring the peace. I just have a lot of fucked up mental diseases. Or is that JLR? That can't be JLR. Who the fuck is he talking to? Every day is so tough for me. Man, I'm sorry. Mental health is a real thing. I'm a crazy motherfucker. I hear you. Unfortunately, I can't be at peace with someone lying and using a death of a despair narrative to use and justify taking down someone's channel because they don't like the criticism. All the message indicate you were not aware that JLR was going to tweet that. Okay, so this is somebody talking to Ted. Okay. All right, that makes much more sense. And you were not suicidal. I do believe you were going through mental issues, but that tweet from him was done without your knowledge till after. God. Oh my god. Hold on, I gotta take a breath. Done without your knowledge till after and as a way to target someone else. That ain't right. I was lying. I don't even know right from wrong right now. Yeah, or I blinked out. Blinked. Um, out. I was hammered. I didn't know where I was at. I'm so stressed. I want to kill myself. I'm gonna kill myself. I just wish you well, brother. Okay, so some guy. I can totally. Oh shoot, Ted's page is fucking private. I could totally see who that message was for or from. Let me look through here. You just gotta look for this red and there's like a gray right there. There's a little fun fact for my soon to be sleuths in here. Let's see if anybody has commented that would have that. Nope. Oh my god, y'all. Oh my god. Hey, love you spelled it as wait, what did I misspell something? Now you got me looking. I probably did. I'm tired. Give me a second. I did. And people are still in here. I did. Okay, thank you. Love you. Love you, American. And you're the only one. I have people in and out of this chat since I've been live, and you're the only one to point that out, dick. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so let's refresh, see what we got going on here. I'm dyslexic, by the way. You can't make fun of me. I'm just messing with you. Nothing new 4 minutes ago. We are always there for Ted. Just texted that I love him, and he texted the same back. Where's the proof, JLR? Let's see the I love yous. He is with his family now. Says he is going to get more help. God bless. Okay, so hold on. Since we're hanging out, let me see here. I know I follow Ted on here, so I want to see. What the fuck? I know I'm sharing two things here. What the go back, bitch. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Let's look. See if Ted investigates. His channel is still up. Let's do a little walkie through. Oh wait, here we go. Okay, so 3 months ago, 5 months ago. That one's old. 4 days ago. Does anybody know how do I see the edited version? Like, you know how like on Facebook you can see like the edits people made on their post? How can you do that on here? Can somebody tell me? I don't know how to do it. I'm not, like, super savvy. And I'm waiting. Let's see here. Did I unlink? Gosh dang it. Okay, there we go. Let's go and see. Now watch here. 3K views, and it's only been posted for 27 minutes. I told you. I'm pretty sure JLR gets paid for this. 3.5, 4.8 views on just on that picture. It's a numbers game. Not 4.6. 6.3 thousand people, and it's gonna get higher. I've seen that. I honestly I really hope he's not having a mental health crisis, but if he is, I really hope he does get the help that he needs. But then the text messages that we saw Nerdy share, um, says that it's it's just fake. Like, I really hope he's not having a mental health crisis, but if this is a joke, I'm gonna be pissed. Walmart JLR is not gonna really say anything on here. No, he's not. I'm refreshing. Let's refresh again. God, I really gotta go to the bathroom. Here. Give me, like, a minute, guys. I really gotta go to the bathroom. If you want, you can reread this over again and see if there's anything that you pick out that kinda like, "Oh, that seems a little fishy." Okay, I'm back. I was just thinking, you know how if you've been in here since I started this, then Nerdy wants to release the rest of these text messages. Remember that live was last night. And now with this coming out, let's go, Nerdy! Release the shit. I kind of I want to see now. Like I kind of want to see. Where Let me see. I know I'm following Nerdy. Let's go check out Nerdy's page. What he's got going on. Okay, here he is. Oh, 16 minutes ago. What is this? Receipts? For receipts and also zero regrets. We've offered help and that still stands. Okay, Ted, all differences aside, what JLR is doing to you is not okay and you should not put up with or allow it. Claiming that you were suicidal and allowing everyone to worry about you. People that generally care about you for his own manipulation is not okay. That is definitely not okay. And that's what I've been saying. JLR knows he's a leader and people are going to follow him. Let me catch my breath because I am amped and I am pumped. I'm no longer tired. I could probably run a freaking marathon right now. So give me a sec here. Okay. For his own manipulation is not okay. He did that knowing full well that the backlash all comes back on you and not him. That's exactly why JLR says JLR Army. You might think he's your friend, but he's not. What a friend does to someone they care about, think about it. Would you do that to someone who considered a friend or that you care about? Excuse me. I don't think you would. This is who he is, and this is what he does to people. He has done stuff like this to people in the past repeatedly. He uses people to do his bidding to keep his own hands clean until they are no longer use of him and then discards them. Nerdy! Nerdy's laying it all out. Look at that. If you decide to stand up against what was done to you, you will have a lot of people in your corner. This is true. Regardless of everything else, don't let him use you and leave you picking up all the pieces after. And then it's show more. Let me see. This conversation is now ended. Okay, so let's go. Oh, oh, oh! Can't play it. Can't play it. Can't play it. Damn. Okay, so this was between Nerdy and Ted, that's who we're talking about. Oh, that's Eva. Eva posted this. Let me see, what is this? 20 minutes ago. I am at peace with every word I said, every decision I've made, and every seat I have. Alcoholism sucks. It does. The internal conflict that comes with this sucks too. I have not manipulated anyone into saying or doing anything I didn't have to. Their own words captured as everything unfolded in real time. Told the story, the receipts didn't create the truth, they preserved it. As for the last part of the message Ted sent, I did not post it to social media when he sent it or use it as a way to exploit someone in a vulnerable moment. I did what any decent human being should do when someone says they may take their own life. What is this? Let me see. Okay, let me see. Where did you land with it all? I'm in a tough spot. I'm trying. It's tougher to manage a life with lies being held over your head, not just for this, but for all aspects of your life. I hope you find a meeting today. Meeting guide app will show them all around. This must be from like Nerdy or Eva. Let me see here. It said there's no option where I get these guys to take all the thumb tabs with your face in it, like to try to make peace. What's the meeting guide app? Okay, good. Ted, bravo for asking what's the media guide or meeting guide app. Forgive me for the multiple questions all at once. No, that stuff doesn't bother me. Stop trying to find peace for others and find it for yourself. Yes, you've always got to do it for yourself. The meeting guide will show all AA meetings around you and times and places, some even available via Zoom, but I recommend in person. Okay, recommend. Okay. Oh, beautiful. Holy cow. Okay. Uh, what dirt does JLR have on you that he would hold over your head? No, he's truly been a mate. Give me a minute. After that was tweeted, you're still. Mm, my bottle of caffeinated water. Okay, calm down. Slow your. When I get really excited, I start talking really fast. So if I'm talking too fast, stop me, please. Okay. No, he's truly been amazing. I love him. I have mental issues. I'm just a fucking idiot, but I really appreciate that AA thing. I got to go to something cuz cyberbullying has been a disaster. I just suck. I have too thinner skin, I think, for this business and I'm going through a mental health crisis. I'm so fucked up and I just want everyone to like each other and I don't know what else. I'm trying my best. I got a lot of addictions. I have a lot of demons in the closet. If he's telling the truth on that, then he's got some serious mental issues. I'm open with mine. Anxiety, depression, PTSD. Look at my past. Within 3 years, 3 men in my family have died. My baby, my dad, and my husband. So okay. See, I'm just trying to go through a lot of I'm just trying to go through a lot of pain and sometimes I just lie. and I act crazy and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Maybe that's an 80. What is that? Sometimes you just lie. Either you're a narcissist or it's like a I want to say an ADD thing, but not all people who have ADD lie. Like there's some kind of compulsion that makes people lie. It's like a chronic liar. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know about Ted. Crazy. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just an idiot. If there was any way you can just have peace, we can all just be peaceful. I'll do whatever you need me to do to bring the peace. I just have a lot of fucked up mental diseases. What's the second time he said this? I'm pretty sure he said it up here. Mental health crisis. I don't know. Anyways, every day is so tough for me. Man, I'm sorry. Mental health is a real thing. I'm a crazy motherfucker. I hear you. Unfortunately, I can't be at peace with someone lying and using a death of despair narrative to use and justify taking down someone's channel because they don't like the criticism. That's a JLR thing. See, all the messages indicate you were not aware that JLR was going to tweet that. And you were not, let me see, and you were not, this shit's so hard. It's so tiny. And you were not suicidal. I do believe you are going through mental issues. But the tweet from him was done without your knowledge till after and as a way to target someone else. That'll that ain't right. I was lying. I don't even know right from wrong. Right now, I okay. I blank. We already read that one. Oh, he put up the same one. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Let's see here. Let's refresh. Okay, this is Eva. The phone call with Ted was never recorded. When someone confides in either of us about addiction, that remains a private conversation. Thank you, Eva and Nerdy, for that. My statement remains true. I genuinely feel bad for Ted. I truly believe he is being manipulated by JLR and he's holding stuff over his head. Okay, so this is what Nerdy showed. That message is from JLR to himself. You recording him, I hope? No. Ugh. We don't need the recording. It was a lot about addiction, and I believe in my heart he is going to do what's right. Obviously not. Like, this is from yesterday, and we just went over that post that JLR shared from Ted's, YouTube channel about how he was taken advantage of by Nerdy. No, he wasn't. Okay, Eva. We just talked to him for, like, 20 minutes, and I actually feel bad for him. Mm. Mm. Threatened to take their life. The right response is to call the authorities. We'll call the authorities. Wait. Not sure what scam artist needs to hear this today, but when someone threatens to take their own life, the right response is to call the authorities, not to weaponize their mental health on social media for your own agenda or Nerdy, did you call? Were you the one that supposedly got him swatted? Was it you, Nerdy? I'm pretty sure Ted is from Minneapolis. Why is there so many calls, though, is my question. Oh my god, y'all. Okay, so we read this. Okay, so let's go back here. Still 41 minutes, 20 minutes. If you Here's my question about the JLR situation. If you actually like read all of these tweets or whatever, we should just call them X's, about Ted, it's a lot of God bless, pray. We are always here for Ted. Let's see what else. Help Ted. Ted needs help fast. I get that. God help him. It's a lot of God help. Like, I don't know how I want to say it. It's not nothing to where that's helpful, if that makes any sense. There's nothing helpful. I bet you if JLR told him, "Yo, dude, stop this shit. Get your shit right," Ted would. But it's not like I don't even know how I want to freaking say this. Oh, it's not one thing I say is helpful. He's not doing anything, and if this was because of Nerdy, which I don't know, he just got the screenshots of phone calls to Minneapolis, whatever. But if that was Nerdy, for one, Nerdy's gonna get a whole bunch of backlash. I can already see it coming now. So that's why I'm standing on here trying to talk a little bit because I'm waiting for JLR to pick up on those screenshots because then the shit's gonna start rolling out. But if Nerdy called, Nerdy's actually doing something to help somebody in a mental health crisis or alleged mental health crisis. JLR's not. I already know JLR is not. Like, I don't know. We're just gonna sit here and wait and see what happens. We can chit chat, whatever. I'm just I I'm refreshing everything here, so give me a second. Nothing from on there from JLR. Let's go here again. 43 minutes. Let's go to Nerdy. 26 seconds. JLR posted this message to his followers without so much a thought of calling emergency. That's what I said. That's what I said. JLR's not going to call. Nerdy, me and you on the same, brain wavelength here. Without so much a thought of calling emergency services after someone told me they wanted to take their own, or they wanted to self-delete. We're going to say self-delete. Now he wants to reframe the public's response as swatting. No, it's called being a human. When someone says they're going to self-delete, reasonable people call authorities out of a genuine concern. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. I did not know about this, and by the time I already found out about the self-deleting post, somebody's already called. And plus, I don't know his address, and I don't know his last name, so I can't really help the cops find him. JLR has a pattern of trying to rewrite the narrative after the fact to fit whatever version benefits him, even when his own posts tell a different story. See, people, we're watching it in real time. Oh my god. I don't know. It just I don't even know what to say. I'm just so like dumbfounded because if this is a complete made up lie about self deleting, Ted and his whole crew are nothing but pieces of shit because you don't lie about something like that. You just don't. Oh, that was about Nancy. Uh, wait, are these the same ones? Okay, so these are the same ones that Nerdy showed. Mm. Can't click on that. So let's go over, check out JLR's. Nope. Okay, we'll go back to Nerdy. Hold on. We're going to cruise around while we wait. We're going to cruise around on the YouTube streets and see. Let's go See if anybody else is talking about Ted. 1 hour ago. Lots old. 1 month ago. String date days. Where are all the videos tagging Ted? Am I doing it wrong? Ask YouTube. Can't respond to that question, but here's related videos. Wow, okay, so let's go. See if somebody's got lives going on about it. 857, he streams that stuff all the time. That's a cool looking radio. What the fuck?
Did you know data centers are paying for every watt of energy they use? That's building responsibly.
We send people to Congress to serve us, yet too many serve only themselves.
Subscribe, but my daily message is not geared towards dealing with people that make up stuff, that slander stuff, that does third-party defamation. And again, I'm not mad at you for saying that. I respect your opinion, but this is going to stay motivated.
Come again? What did you just say? Third party what?
She's
basically defamation, you know, as far.
Come again? What did you say? Back that up. Back that up. I want to hear that last minute again. Say it again.
So to say those type of things really hurt me. The people that do know me know I'm a very friendly individual. Those are the trolls trying to come after me. And they can't really give me an explanation or any reason. So during our Bible passage, we're not going to go against that. I do more good things for people than bad things for people. Okay?
That's a default Ted statement. I'm a good guy. I do good things for people.
If you don't like nonsense, I'm sorry. I'm just going to play her a little bit. I will stop to pause for fair use. She's more non-filtered than I am. So just a heads up if you don't know who she is.
That's one of Ted's tells.
So
Sorry, I'm walking this timeline very short and condensed, but with his own words, so you can kind of get a bigger understanding for anybody that's just coming in and feels like they're in a whirlwind of not knowing how the fuck things even got to this point. So bear with me for any of you that have already seen this. It's redundant. I understand that, but it's important for people to actually see what led up to this and how we got here.
Yeah. So we're not going to go talk about that. The messages are not even real. Everything's created. I have a bunch of other messages, but I would never share anything.
So the messages aren't real, but he's got messages himself. The messages are very real. She posted them. These are from his account. She posted them. This is, again, his messages with the 25-year-old from Brazil.
We're not going to go talk about that. The messages are not even real. Everything's created. I have a bunch of other messages, but I would never share anything. This person's not from the country. This person has nothing to do with the United States of America. So, you know, it's not like somebody lives next door. I can't control what somebody is. And I don't want my Bible sessions all about this. So if you don't like my message in the morning, God bless you. Okay. I wish you well, but unsubscribe. But my daily message is not geared towards dealing with people that make up stuff, that slander stuff, that does third-party defamation. And again, I'm not mad at you for saying that. I respect your opinion, but this is going to stay motivation and very positive, right? I've done nothing wrong. So we're going to go back on topic now.
I'm going to fast forward a little bit. 'Cause I was checking out X. White Boy's got something posted too, but I don't know if I wanna if I wanna share it or not. What is going on? Come on.
Thing under the sun. He actually has a hot mic moment in the following days. He
Oh, he
goes
does.
just anything and everything he pumps out into the algorithm, Bible studies, whatever he can latch onto. This one in particular is interesting.
Yeah, Ted likes I think he knows if he does the Bible stuff, he's gonna get the elderly people on YouTube, and they're gonna open their pocketbook. That's why I think he does the Bible study stuff.
Married, husband's awesome. He owns a, there's how they shape. Remember that, because obviously you're going to see them if you believe in the spiritual life, but when you're in here in the physical form and you're on earth, a really important thing is to realize that
We are now at July 30th, but before I play this, I want to show you this from JLR because JLR has been the one exploiting Ted.
Whoop. Their JLR got a new thing. Hold on, let's put it up here. What am I doing? There we go. Okay. 1 minute ago. They've been harassing, bullying, and terrorizing Ted Investigates for months, making videos about him, mocking him, making memes of him, calling police on him during YouTube lives, calling his job. I haven't heard anything about calling his job, so I don't know. Got him fired. Probably because he likes to take time off and go up north, maybe. And all the time he spent out in front of Nancy's house. That's probably why he got fired. Harassed his family. The other night, Ted tried to self delete because of it. Some group of people are now terrorizing Ted again under the false pretense of trying to help him. Pure evil. Ted said he is getting help. He also plans to file restraining orders and take legal action against them. We love you, Ted. God bless. God, good always wins over evil. Mm, we're gonna have to keep an eye on Nerdy's page. We will definitely keep an eye on Nerdy's page. What the fuck? Why won't it go down? Go down. Bring up. There we go. Bring up.
And Ted's instability since the moment they met. Oh, come on. We're getting the spin. Hold on. Let me bump it off of here. Give me 1 second. I hate when it does that. It gives me the spin of death. I just have a lot of tabs open. So,
of what happened, or were they a target from someone else? Like the perp could have been targeting them too, and was around that neighborhood too, plotting and planning on them.
Okay. We are back to it. It's playing now, so you guys will be able to hear it. Give me a second. Get back to my time spot. Okay. On the 30th. Oh my gosh, what is happening? Every time I try to share it, it does this. What is happening? Stop reporting me, you idiots. It's not going to stop.
What happened?
I'm not going to stop exposing the truth, no matter how much you try to bog down my video. It's not going to happen, friends. And yes, they are supposedly mass reporting everybody.
Ugh.
I've seen messages about it. It is what it is. Okay.
Was there more people at that dinner party? Because it seems like if she's going to have a dinner party over at her house, Annie's, maybe she'll invite a couple other people. You know, who else was there?
This is from the 30th.
That night.
Ted just sent me a message.
Ted.
I tried to get him in chat, but he said he's busy right now. He said he's busy, and he says some chick recognized him. And he's hanging out. Ted's hanging out with somebody right now. He said he can't come into the chat. He said some chick recognized him. So I don't know what
Small world on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm sure Ted said some chick.
He looks like he's hanging out a little bit. Sorry he can't come in, folks. People have been asking. Who knows what's going on there? Yeah. So In my mind.
Try to go forward a little bit. I'm still refreshing Twitter and keep looking at everybody's page.
Who knows what's going on there? Yeah.
They can
So
report.
in my mind.
Let them report. I'm not concerned about
My
it.
kid's
I'm not doing anything wrong.
texting me saying I can't come in right now.
Nobody.
All right, Ted.
Gotta stand
Good
still right
luck.
now.
There's no need JLR needed to expose that.
Hold on. Wait, let me see. What is this? Okay, hold on. Like I said, I'm transparent with you guys, so it's not a video. I already tried clicking on it, but this is from Eva. JLR is so worried about his friend that he posts a video of his friend punching himself in the face on social media. What? JLR or not JLR, I'm sorry. Ted punched himself in the face in this video. Is that the video that JLR took down? Makes total sense. He deleted it a minute later. Guess he realized it wasn't a good look and didn't fit his ever-changing narrative. Leave Ted alone. Please help him. He's self-deleting again. People are harassing him. I can't click on it, see? That's from Eva. Damn. I kind of want to find this video. I'm not going to lie. Howdy, everyone. What's up, Sally? Why does this go down? Oh my god. Here we go.
Nobody had been asking about Ted. That's not true. Ted wasn't being asked about in chat. JLR just took the opportunity. Well, Ted is already being exposed for talking to a 25-year-old to once again show a picture of him with another woman, knowing that he was given an ultimatum by his wife, knowing that he's having problems in his relationship. JLR opted to once again share a photo of Ted with some female.
Madhu posted too. August 7th. That was today. 12. Okay. The people who planned and staged a fake self-deleting attempt will never understand any circumstances, be victims or heroes in this story. No matter what excuses comes next, it doesn't change what they did. Everyone involved, and I mean everyone, should be held accountable. I sincerely hope people don't fall for the manipulation. If you're struggling, please know you can always reach out to me. I'll always do my best to be a safe person, to listen and help direct you toward the right professional support, just as I do every day through my work in advocating for mental health. Let me see what happened in Nerdy Addict's video. I was watching it and it disappeared. Sorry, I have no idea. Okay. So Madhu entered the chat into the self-hurting thing.
Ted comes on his stream and says this that same night, July 30th.
They help shape you. The memories are there. And memories are very important because memories shape who we are. Memories give us pleasure. Memories give us excitement. Memories can also give us sadness, but it's sadness that makes the heart stronger.
JLR doesn't worry me. For anybody new here, I actually came onto YouTube covering another story that JLR's ex best buddy at the time, I don't think they're friends anymore, Molly Golightly, was covering. Molly Golightly, Clutch Those Pearls, and another creator were covering.
Molly Golightly. If you don't know who Molly Golightly is, while we're waiting to kill some time to see what's going on the X space, Molly Golightly, you're either gonna love her or you're gonna absolutely despise her. I can tell you that right now. She was on here. She was a big creator. She was friends with Bullhorn Betty and did all the sketchy shit Betty did. The difference is Molly had the money to throw around and do what she wanted to do. She ended up, her and Bullhorn Betty, I know they got the girl from Ashley's Furniture fired because that was Molly's fault. She didn't get up to let the people in to bring the furniture in. And it was like a whole long thing. So they ended up getting a girl from Ashley's Furniture fired. And then they were hardcore boots on the ground for Summer Wells. They got Don Wells fired from his job, and Molly got not kicked off, but she couldn't go live on here, but she was I think it's Bannovating, I'm not really sure, but she was doing that, and then she came back, got her channel taken away, then she went live on her dog's channel, got that taken away, or it's not on anymore. So she's over on, I think, Rumble or Kick now, but every now and then she'll make an appearance back on YouTube, and it's just I don't know. You gotta listen to her because, like I said, you're either gonna love her or you're gonna hate her.
Brain a tragedy. And it was the most disgusting thing. I was doxxed to Molly Golightly's 80,000+ people. They put my significant other's business up, everything. I'm not anonymous in any capacity. JLR's known exactly who I was for years. In fact, when Ted thought it was me standing there talking to the person at CrimeCon, Ted said, "Nonsense? Is that you?" Basically. And JLR's like, "No, that's not her," as he was accosting Dolly. So they know exactly who I am. I'm not concerned about their games. I'm not worried. I'm just me over here, sitting here. It's me with a headphone. I hate it, but it's just me. I'm not concerned about these guys. Let them do whatever they're going to do.
So when we lose a loved one that was very impactful in life, there's two sides of it, in my opinion. There's how they shaped you as a person, how they made their mark on your life, but then their passing
Hey, Margaret.
also gave you the sadness to realize.
I'm leaving for a conference and I just realized I'm completely out of contacts, but I have 1-800-CONTACTS in my back pocket and they always come through for me. 1-800-CONTACTS offers a next day shipping option that has saved me many, many times before. I've never been the type of person to order my contacts online, but now I can never go back. All you need to do is head to their website or their app, have your prescription in hand, find your brand of contact lenses from their endless arsenal of brands, and place your order. They even accept vision insurance, FSA, and HSA. The things that I thought were barriers to ordering my contacts online before no longer stand a chance. 1-800-CONTACTS for the win. Again.
Ted. Absolutely. I got you, Erica. You're not the only one that has these questions, so I have no problem doing this. There is a ton of videos detailing this in extensive timeline fashion. If you're interested, just go back in my content.
And then you discover a lot of takeaways. So, but again, we'll leave that till tomorrow's scripture. You were cheating earlier. I was not cheating earlier. That was a person that I worked with.
Keep your expectations low, because I do talk a lot of shit and I cuss like a truck driver. So I do talk a lot of shit. I do call names. I do that. This walks itself. I don't have to make anything up or anything. Like this is what it is. The facts are bad enough. There's nothing needed for a performance. They make themselves out to be the clowns they are. But this is one of the most sick hoaxes I've ever watched somebody do, and how intentionally targeted it is because of the coverage and support for JLR's ex is very disturbing.
You were cheating earlier. I was not cheating earlier.
Mm-hmm.
That was a person that I worked with for about 2 years, who's a very successful injectable rep. So there's a lot of like trolls that, obviously are on our chat, but it helps the algorithm. But again, like,
nobody but JLR exposed that. JLR exposed that picture of Ted and the female.
You were cheating earlier.
Listen to what the reason why people know about this photo is none other than JLR.
I was not cheating earlier. That was a person that I worked with for about 2 years, who's a very successful injectable rep. So there's a lot of like trolls that, obviously are on our chat, but it helps the algorithm. But again, like, that person who I was with, she's happily married. Husband's awesome. He owns a fence company. She's a really top skincare rep. And when I met her, I was like, holy cow. And she's like, hey, I saw you doing Ted Investigates. Me and my husband watch you,
Right. Because the person that you've worked with for 2 years is going to reference you as Ted Investigates, not Larry. Okay. Come on. The story doesn't even make sense. He was sending this picture to JLR to make JLR think, oh, I'm out with some good looking female that wants to take a picture with me. She recognized me because that's what Ted does. Ted is like a little kid. Oh, people recognize him. People do that. No, they're not. No, they're fucking not.
We lost
Okay, I'm back.
touch texting, but like, for this person to say I was a cheater is just kind of a fool. But again,
Sorry,
it comes
guys.
with the
My neighbor
territory
came
being
over.
online.
Let me know that numbers out of my garden. I was like,
So
I'm
it's good to
scared.
see everybody. So let's catch up a little bit with Nancy Guthrie here for a second, just because
Okay, so
I know a lot of you probably were on JLR today. I was too for a brief second, but
okay, so
Let's
go
catch up
back.
on Nancy Guthrie because that's the only case he can really exploit. The 31st.
He tried. Okay, so if you go to Ted's, I'm having a brain fart. Like Ted's videos, like he was going over like super old cases. The Delphi ones that I mean, that's already been done and settled. Oh god, what was the other ones? I want to say it was Summer Wells, but I'm pretty sure I'm wrong. But he was like bringing up like super old cases that have already been settled, and I think he was at that time he was trying to make a name for himself on here, but it wasn't really picking up. And then this Nancy Guthrie stuff happened, and then he like came across JLR like being out in front of Nancy's house and thought, oh, maybe if I go down there because he has a lot of followers, and then boom, his channel took off. So you could say like Ted grifted subscribers off of JLR, but then this whole self-deleting thing happens, and now I'm like, I'm still sticking with my whole JLR knew that like Alex and Ted were followers, air quotations, like followers, you know what I mean? Not leaders, followers, and JLR took advantage of that and all that good stuff. But that's just, yeah.
He continues his shenanigans.
Scary. So you have the power to, okay, keeping that foot down.
Let's go back to this.
Okay, nothing on Nerdy and Eva's.
So it had all been a shit show. The 24th, he starts getting re-exposed for the messages of the 25-year-old that comes back to light. JLR takes the opportunity of pouring salt on that wound and showing Ted with another female.
Oh! Hold on a second. This is how much. Let me get it back up here. This is how much JLR really cares about his friend. Okay, hold on. Okay, so 1 hour ago, Ted, the Ted stuff. 17 minutes ago, we already read that. Whatever. And then boom! Nancy Guthrie stuff. It gets better. Just hold on. Let me see. The neighbor of Nancy Guthrie says the FBI was looking around this area the other day behind Nancy's home. I'm pretty sure like Brian Enton was back here too. There's nothing back there. They would have saw it. Okay, so hold on. Breaking. I will be back in Arizona next week. Where is Nancy Guthrie? We got some stuff to go over next week then. Nancy Guthrie needs to be found. I've always believed Nancy Guthrie is somewhere within 5 miles of her home. We are going to search the area again. So, yeah. I kinda just wish JLR would be more vocal about what's going on with Ted, but obviously he's not. So, it's him, it's his thing, he does what he wants.
Female on the 30th. The 31st, he continues the crash out.
I want to
on
talk
his
to you
live
today
stream
about no more bad days. We all have opportunities to get upset, be offended, live worried. It can be.
Ted's preaching has all been projection, preaching to himself about the crisis his life is in.
Small things like traffic, people who are rude, a coworker we don't like. Sometimes it's bigger things, like a contract that didn't go through, a medical test that wasn't good, our loved ones in trouble. No matter how good of a person you are and how much faith you have, you are going to have to deal with bad moments. And I think we can all realize that in our life. It's easy to let them steal our joy, where we go through the day frustrated. Our feelings are hurt. We're down. We're disappointed. But life is 10% of what happens and 90% of how you respond to what happens.
She's okay. She's been in here a couple days recently. I'm sure this is a lot. I'm sure that the JLR army, the women have been messaging her and harassing her. I don't know if you've seen the messages from Criminal Network Alex that was offering to cash up her money to go buy a rope and then suggesting that she go to a bridge and take her life. Alex has been texting her nonstop, harassing her. Ted's been lying, saying that they were fake messages, that she's a crazy person from Brazil, weaponizing her mental health.
Okay, she's talking about Madhu. I have something, if you go back in my lives, there's like a video of like all the Madhu stuff.
Saying that she was threatening to harm herself. You know, all the thing that they're trying to use currently, they have actually done to Madhu and then tried to cover it. And the JLR army, the women are rabid and they have
God,
been
yeah.
attacking a 25-year-old over and over again. So she's doing as well as.
Yeah, she started getting messages from the fangirls, and they were horrible. Like between their messages and Alex or Ted's messages, and then I think Alex was in there a little bit. I'm not sure. I can't remember. There's been so much. You miss one day on YouTube, it's like missing a whole week. It's ridiculous. But it's a whole bunch of shit. And Ted did come on, I think I want to say JLR's panel. I'm not sure. But he came on it was either JLR, Ted, or Alex panel saying how Maju was crazy and that she said she was gonna unalive herself. But I do have I on my lives, Madhu was talking to Hella and Dolly about all of this, and she explains it all. So if you want, you can go back and watch that.
You could expect, I think.
Happens to
Like
you.
this
Considering
shit. Hold on, I'm sorry, but this shit has just gotten so deep and so out of context. It all started with Nancy going missing. That's where it started. And then JLR went down. And I don't know who he met first. It was either Alex or 857. One of the two. I want to say maybe 857. And then Mark the Shark comes in. And then who else comes in? Alex or 857. Whoever came in next. And then Ted came in, and then that's just where shit just shot off. It went off the handles when Ted came in. And then Madhu, she is from Brazil. She helps like survivors and victims of like SA and all that stuff. I'm pretty sure it is SA. Like she does all that stuff. She does outreach programs and stuff like that down there. So she knows what she's dealing with and she knows how to talk to the survivors and stuff. But then Ted comes in and starts messaging her and stuff and blah blah, and it just skyrocketed completely out of control.
you know, these are 40 and 50-year-old men doing this, 40 and 50-year-old women doing this.
You can't.
Sorry, she's my daughter's age, so I get a little like, ooh, want to burn it the fuck down.
Stop at a bad moment from coming, but you don't have to let it turn into a bad day. Jesus said, no man can take your joy. No circumstance can make you get sour. No delay, offense can force you to get discouraged. You are in control of your joy. Nobody can take that from you. And I really want you to understand that. Nobody can take that from you. You get to decide your attitude each and every day, what you're going to dwell on. When a bad moment comes, you have to make a decision.
If this is all projection. So that was the 30.
White Boy posted an hour ago. I don't know what is worse, the desperate tweets about Ted being manipulated in a conversation that's not manipulative, or the morons believing anything more than this was all a lie and from frauds. These are grown adults in the comments. It's ridiculous, sad, and pathetic. That's all he's done. Because I know he works second, so he might be going to work right now.
31st. This is also the 31st.
Really be conscious of interrupting.
Did you see the clips I played last night, Captain Audie? Did you happen to see those clips that I posted or reshared about JLR saying that Ted was naked in a hotel room, talking about when he picked him up from the airport before their Vegas trip? Somebody said something about slipping Ted a roofie, and JLR kind of got a giggle about it. I got some questions of what actually went down in Vegas, some serious questions. I would never feel.
What? I want to put $10 on it that something happened adult wise between JLR and Ted. I just get that vibe. I'm not saying it actually did, so don't go and twist twist it, but that's kinda what I'm thinking.
Feel safe around those guys. That's just me.
Because interrupting can really make somebody look at you in a different light. Another thing, when you're talking, right? I have a lot of energy. So it works against me and it
Hey,
works
Wild
for me in
Country.
certain situations. But when you're talking to somebody,
That's what he said. And the other thing I find very interesting, Sin, was the need for joining rooms. They had adjoined rooms with the shared door. I found that to be incredibly invasive, and JLR could just go in at any point in time. They didn't expect Ted to come back from Vegas, though. They anticipated him going to jail. Ted was built in content for these guys all along. We've watched it happen and called it out at every turn.
typically
Yeah,
you want to slow
Nonsense is definitely right about that. Ted was built-in content. He was, and so is Alex. Because when Alex went to jail those 2 times in Arizona, guess who was out posting about it? JLR.
it down a little bit, and like having a person that's always struggled with ADHD, I'm kind of
Hey,
like,
Casual
almost like a
Art.
Fred Flintstone, yabba dabba doo, yabba dabba doo. And I had to train myself. Well, how did I train myself? Well, I started more conversations with my wife. I would call up my dad on the phone and just talk to him.
The drama
And I
has
would
died
slow
down
down,
on
talk to my
yesterday.
mother, slow down, purposely ask more questions.
Nobody's
And I
posted.
would practice.
JLR like 12 minutes ago,
Personalized daily
Nerdy
protocols
35
designed by
minutes ago,
board-certified hormone
Geneva.
specialists.
Oh, there we go.
I will timestamp this live
Eva
stream
22
after I'm done today and last night's live stream this afternoon. So when we're done, I will timestamp these for you.
I'll
The
give it about
third
10
one
more
back,
minutes.
there is a lot of information.
I'll give about 10 more minutes, and then I'm probably gonna get off. Um, but I will definitely keep an eye on X, and if stuff starts to pop off again, I will be live.
Packed in these streams. Feel free to go through them and clip anything out if you need it. Some of this stuff has been removed, but I have downloaded every video because Ted started deleting them when I was reviewing them the other day. So I just went and downloaded all of his shit because no, the truth needs to be exposed and you guys are frauds. And this scam, this hoax is disgusting. And I will continue.
She's right, I'm not gonna lie, she is right. It's if this is a hoax, the self-deleting stuff is a hoax, Ted's done. He's done on these streets. He will still have some fangirls, which is really sickening to think about. But he's not gonna see the numbers like he was before the hoax.
To bring awareness to the manipulation and the misuse
Oh,
of.
sorry, I didn't mean to pause again. I just thought about it. So his last live, he was doing the tornado stuff, trying to get people's GoFundMe's, and then I know he was gonna set up one for a lady. He like I said earlier in the live, he was supposed to do a live Wednesday, so his pay piggies would give her money, right? Never happened. And then I kinda wonder if this is a hoax and because he didn't want to do the live, he's making this up so everybody will be like, "Oh, well, he was having a mental health issue or a crisis. That's why he didn't go live and make money for these people who lost everything in these tornadoes." Because his video was just for clicks and views and money. So, something to think about.
Mental health crises and how disgusting this is. Ted is absolutely backed into a corner by none other than JLR. And
Yep.
he's blaming everybody else for it.
Really helped me be a little bit more
She's
mindful
right.
and have a little bit of more emotional intelligence. Another thing,
Thank you,
again,
Casual
I know
Art.
this isn't all directly related to the Bible, but another thing is like reading social cues, understanding, when you're looking at somebody, if they're not making eye contact or they seem like, okay, you keep talking, if they're looking at their phone, looking at their watch or looking at their phone when you're talking, it might be time to end the conversation, table it, and respect their time. Always also ask somebody, hey, how much time do you have? Do you have a few moments? And they'll be truthful to you. No, you know what, I actually don't. And they'll respect you for it. Oh, okay. Do you mind if I circle back with you after lunch? I just got a quick question. I promise it'll be quick. Doing stuff like that, always asking somebody approval of their time is.
When was this video? Because this seems like somebody who is very comfortable with themselves. Like, if you have anxiety or depression, you just feel very uncomfortable inside your skin. He seems like he's very, very comfortable with who he is.
Is another way to win them over. And I don't want to say win them over like we're trying to like manipulate them, but I'm saying win them over because you're respecting their time, because their time's important. Just like your time is important, but I think as a society, sorry, I'm stuttering here. As a society,
I do too.
we're such a hustle and bustle culture. We're just all about ourselves. Not saying everyone is, but.
He's speaking a lot about what I believe JLR. He's all about himself. He's all about the money. He's all about making the money. But then he said something else. What did he just say? Something about ourselves. I don't remember, but I'm like, you're literally speaking about yourself in JLR.
Respect the person's time that you're talking in front of. I'm telling you to go a long way. Hey, do you have a second? Did I catch you at an okay time? I promise just be a minute. And they'll be truthful with you. You know what? Thanks for saying that, but I'm really busy right now. Okay, great. Do you have another time today where maybe I can swing back? No, you know what? I really don't. Okay, great. I'm not trying to, fit a round peg in a square hole here, but how's 10 o'clock tomorrow, or would 2 o'clock on Tuesday work better? So give some.
I hate, and I'm sure a lot of you will understand this. When somebody comes up to you and you don't want to talk to them, say it's a salesman, and they're like, "Hey, do you have time to talk?" "No, I don't. I'm busy right now." "Well, when do you have time to talk?" And then, you accidentally say tonight or tomorrow, not thinking, and then they're like, "Oh, wait, hey," like he just said, "How's 10 o'clock?" And you're like, "Damn it! Damn it! Why did I say that?" I do that. Oh my god. Sorry. I had to say that.
Somebody 2 options, right? So like say it's Tuesday. How's 10?
Life coaching with Ted. In the middle of Ted's crisis, he's trying to life coach others.
Or May.
See, I just said that. He doesn't look like he's having a life crisis. He looks like he's very comfortable in his skin.
Maybe 2 o'clock.
I mean, he's actually claiming he's the persecuted one. This is the persecution complex, but tragic evangelism is on the rise, featuring Ted.
And by doing that, it gives them 2, and they're going, oh, I think I could fit in at 2 o'clock, right? So I'm just trying to give you little things to help you excel in like the career. Going against addiction is going to be a little bit different. Going to a counselor, but you got to be.
Pay attention to what he's saying on the 31st of July.
I give you little things to help you excel in like the career. Going against addiction is going to be a little bit different. Going to a counselor, but you got to be committed to it, right? And you got to really have faith. You have to have belief, and you have to want to change for yourself. It's a lot easier said than done. It's not going to.
Ted, I know for a fact it's a lot easier said than done. I was an alcoholic. I get it. I understand that. But why are you giving people who are in active addiction this advice when you're claiming that you have a drinking problem, that you are basically an alcoholic? Like, why? That's why I think this is all like a made up thing. I think it is. This whole self-deleting thing, I think it's just all made up. It's just for clicks and views.
Going to just change overnight, right? You're going to have to go to a licensed counselor, licensed therapist. If somebody has a good therapist number, I can send you people. Talk to a therapist. They'll refer you to a psychologist.
Ted could send you to people for therapy, but didn't have one for himself. Okay.
But
She's right.
psychiatrist,
All right.
sometimes, you know, you
Sure.
might have to go to rehab. We can't just
Hmm.
all get over things
Interesting.
ourselves, right? So
Hmm.
there are certain situations that you're going to have to need professional help for. You know, if you
Hmm.
ever feel like committing suicide, there's the 988 hotline.
Oh.
Never be afraid to dial that. Dial that right away. It's private. Doesn't matter. Even
Hmm.
if it's a little moment in time where you think to yourself, God, I don't want to be alive, call 988. Just do it. It's private. They're professionals. Please do that. It's the most
Hmm.
important thing.
I'm
They'll keep
going
it
to put
confidential. And
the link to this video, this is nonsense right down here, in the chat because I'm about ready to get off. Like I've said, she's got no filter. She's 100 times worse potty mouth than I am. She calls the shit like she sees it. So if you want to go over and watch the rest of this with her, go for it.
they'll help you and they'll get you to the right path.
Wow.
And believe it or not, it's
I
not
just
like this
posted
takes 2 to
nonsense.
3 years to get on the right path. Sometimes by
I
listening
want
to
to stay
licensed
on because I feel like
professionals
something's
at
about
their
ready to
job,
pop off.
it might take 1 or 2
Refreshing
visits.
or
The rehab stint might be quick. You
nothing is
might
popping up
go
yet.
there. They're going to
Again, this was the 31st of July. But hold on.
help you, and you're going to start your life in 30 days. And now all of a sudden, you're going to bounce back. You're going to have your passion again. Your dopamine levels are going to be higher. Your love of life is going to get better. So again, I hope you guys don't think I'm harping on you, because I'm new to this too, right? I have my flaws. I'm not perfect at public speaking. I'm not perfect at, you know, spreading the message. I still am reading to the Bible this day, trying to figure out half what I'm reading. But I just wanted to let you know that I felt like today was really a bounce back day. So for everyone that's going through depression, everyone that's going through tough times, everyone that, you know, a car's getting repoed, they can't afford this, they can't afford that, that is temporary. You need to accept that as being temporary. That is not your destiny. You're fine.
Somebody explain to me why he is being like Esh nonsense said a life coach Ted. But allegedly he wants to self delete. Like I get it, people who are life coaches, they e- they all have mental health struggles at some point in their life. Everybody does. But not going to go any further.
Final destination is to achieve a prosperous life, and that's what God has in store for you, and that's why you have that bounce back capability. You will rise. I've seen it time and time again. I've seen people at the lowest level of their life and at the highest level of their life, and they got there by having the faith in themselves and being able to bounce, and now they're happier than ever, and it's about being happy.
Ted, how are you going to bounce back from this scam that you guys are pulling? I truly, truly hope, like, I hope it's not a scam. I don't want to say that I hope he's having a mental health crisis because no, 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 no. But this is going to get real bad real fast if this is a scam. Like,
So
it's
now
gonna,
I'd like to go over a little bit about the rosary if we can. I just want to see who's in the chat. Sorry, it was pouring rain. Just want to say hi to everybody. You know, and always Katrina.
okay, Lab, what do you got questions? I'm trouble following this. It's very disorganized. This is nonsense up here talking. I put the link to the video in the chat. We're waiting, because shit was popping off on X between JLR, Nerdy, and Eva. I can't see Ted's X. He has that private now, but like I'm waiting to see who's gonna fire back next. So we're kind of just watching nonsense. I know I probably should have made this right side of the screen go over, but it's just easier to have it that way in case I got a pop-up X.
Freak me.
What? Always what?
Sorry, it was pouring rain. Just
His motivational speeches are always amazing projection. I find that very intriguing, though. That
JLR just posted 4 minutes ago more about Nancy Guthrie. He went from helping Ted, or how can he help Ted, to now posting about Nancy, which it was kind of a that was kind of a 360.
that was all said on the
want to say
31st.
hi to everybody. You know, and it always could intrigue me.
Intrigued you?
Yep, exactly.
Intrigued you?
And God died for her sins.
Still nothing.
Oh, okay. All right,
Hi,
Trudge
everybody. I was just saying hi to
Evangelist.
This is nonsense up here, right here. This is Ted investigates. Long story short, we believe that he is faking slash scamming a. It starts with an or it starts with a. Wait. Let me see. You were trying to report. No, I'm just reviewing what's going on. A lot of people are believing that Ted is faking this self-deleting thing. But I'm gonna get off here. Nothing's really popping off. If stuff starts to pop off again on X, I will be back on and we can go over what's going on between everybody, because there's, I mean, it's just a lot. It's a lot going on trying to keep up with everybody and just let me close this stuff out. But yeah. But all right, guys. I'll probably be live again tomorrow because there are 2 more people going live tonight. And I can't wait to review the one I'm totally excited about. So, but all right.